Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Hi.
Hi, bud. No, there's no food for you. That's what you're interested in. Two things, food or out to roam, huh? You know that sound. Now relax. Don't get too excited. There we go. That's a good boy. You can come around. He's not going to go anywhere. Famous last words, huh?
Oh, please. Don't say that.
He's just interested in his rat right now. You know, from my experience, you're okay unless you try to take that rat from him, and then you have a real problem.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not about to do that.
So,
it's all his.
Here's Mr. Elvis having a feed. He gets one a week, which he really doesn't like because he thinks he deserves more. But, you know, I'm trying not to get him to the point of obesity. You know, you can see that ridge along his back. That's good. We don't want that filled in with fat. And he was getting a little chubby before with 2 rats that size. Plus occasionally he would regurgitate them. So I've cut him back to 1, which makes him really hangry. But overall it's better for him. So here's the male Egyptian saw-scale, daddy bug eyes as we call it. He's in his hut and is interested in having something to eat. He is usually, well, recently has graduated to eating frozen thawed. Mr. Mouse is getting away. Well, he's not going to eat it right now. I think I just spooked him. So I'm just going to leave that there, and it will probably disappear later. And if not, he'll get something alive a little later today. But I've had him for several years. He's quite shy, as you saw. As most Echis are, they really don't want to mess with people.
There's a snoot poking out now.
Well, there's nothing shy about this girl. This is the mother of all the Echis in-house. The father is below. We learned that it's best not to put male and female together because they'll produce copious amounts of little babies, which require quite a bit of care time to get them to the point where they're thriving. This is a very big Echis. The venom load that she would have is probably 10 to 15 human lethal doses in her glands, maybe even more. That's just a guesstimate for me. She gets only very small tidbits because she's, just sits there and is quite large, and we don't want her to become obese. Although, you know, I worry that we're close to that borderline. But, you know, I like to give the snakes that are interested something small to eat at least every week, because what else do they have to look forward to?
In the meantime, the mouse has slowly disappeared
He drug it back into the lair.
into Daddy Bug Eyes.
Oh yeah, he's got it well underway down his gullet. You know, that's really good, because that way, you know, I really detest having to feed live, and it's just really handy if they decide to eat on their own, frozen thawed like everybody else. That way I don't have to throw in a live mouse and worry to have to deal with that. So just in a second, I'll offer it. Would you like a second? Huh? Oh, I
Look
think
at
so.
that.
You know, I don't try to starve the animals. I try to give them, you know, what I think is a good amount of prey items of an appropriate size on a weekly basis. Again, obesity and snake keeping and reptile keeping in general is quite pervasive, and you know, I'm guilty along with everybody else, but I'm trying to correct that problem, so I have healthier snakes that that will basically thrive better and longer in captivity. But it's okay to have a little extra once in a while. If he wants it, I'll provide it.
Well, this very pretty Bothrops liquoris is up front, waiting its turn for food. One of the ones we don't often see. It's usually hiding back in its little log over there.
Oh, you're very happy to take another one.
Al is overfeeding some of the other snakes. I just thought I'd take a moment and show off a very, very beautiful snake.
Yes, of course, is a very beautiful snake. I've been unsuccessful to get her to breed. All we've gotten were slugs. One year we actually got one baby, but it was really malformed and did not survive the birth process. Really made me sad, because these are quite beautiful Bothrops. I really, really like this species, except they're terrible to getting them to shed correctly. It's just one of the more difficult things in keeping these, because I've had to restrain and shed them out countless times. We literally wet the cage down, make it very wet. They have fresh water to drink. They still don't shed properly. I don't know what the deal is. I have no idea where the weasel head is, and I'm not gonna look to see, but I'm sure he's there somewhere.
Oh,
Hi, Bud. Are you excited? Is your tail wagging? Your tail is wagging. The weasel just loves chicks. Now, we're very happy that we humanely feed previously frozen thawed animals, because he really savages his prey. You wouldn't want to be that bird if it was alive, or even your hand. Could you imagine if that's your forearm he's got like that? Yeah, it's bad news. So, you know, the Moorish vipers have a lot of snake metalloproteases in their venom. They cause coagulopathies, and the local tissue destruction is significant. So again, we do not want to get bit by the weasel. That's why we're very careful when we open that enclosure. So why don't you take your prize back in there so we can shut the window and move on to our next death missile. Coco is very picky on what she eats. I see you're excited. I see you're excited. Yes, I have your favorite and only food. Coco is a rat specialist. She won't eat anything but rats. So if I'm low on rats, I always reserve her a rat to eat. Now, I've had Coco since 2005. She's produced 2 live offspring, one of which is in a cage across the room. Sadly, the male did not make it. She's the one in the opening video segment that flies out of the cage, and she still does so. So we're going to shut this and continue on feeding everybody else. Here, Slinky, you can have this because you eat both. Would you like a chick rat or a chick marinated in rat juice? Oh, you would?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Now, again, normally he'll tap it, let it go. He won't hold it, but it was a chick rat this time, so he held it. He's confused, but he's happy. We have our big friendly Bothrops Asper in here, Telsey Capello, which Austin Stevens called the ultimate pit viper. I don't know about that. It's close.
Yikes.
That's a very scary snake. You know, I think the ultimate pit viper is actually the Bushmaster Lachesis, but that is a close second. That is a very dangerous snake. Oh, well, I see you're interested, but I don't know if you're interested in chicks. Huh? I guess so. Now that's one. These are tricky guys to feed because they're all in together. Oh, there's 2. You struck and released. Come on. Alright, well, that's the best I can do with that one. So let's carefully, I see another face emerging, not to be left out of the festivities, huh? There we go. I don't want to disturb them, but now's a good time to get the shedding out. I'll get the other piece later because, again, I don't want to disturb them at all. I know, I see you guys are hungry. Oh, everybody. Hello. Hello, big girl. It's good that she's interested in feeding. She's been off feed for a little bit. All right.
Lots of hungry customers.
This is not fresh out of the oven. Do you want it still, huh? Yeah, see? It's not hot.
Not hot enough, yep. They are so picky.
Indeed. How about you? Do you want to try this even though it's not hot, huh? Oh no, we're offended. We want your hand. That's nice and hot. Oh, see? Don't be taking my mouse away. No? Nope. Now they're going to be all butthurt. How about you? I see you, big girl. Oh, I see you too. Here. See? Totally invisible to them. They don't care.
Gotta have that heat signature or forget it.
Yep. Mr. Brown. Oh!
What the heck?
Here. Here. There you go. I'm gonna go back
I'm still
there.
gonna go back.
Oh, we gotta clean out the shedding. You know, I give them a bowl that they can swim in, but they don't. So the shedding comes off in pieces. Oh well. They're water cobras. They don't like water. Did you eat that? Yeah, you did, huh? Oops, a little snoot.
Yep, I saw the snoot.
There we go. Very shy animals.
You get to see them for just a split second, and then they're gone. You having an issue there?
He's got it stuck in his lower jaw. Now, I've learned not to even think about helping him because that just pisses him off. So we're going to let him struggle with that because that's what he wants to do. I hate when rats get caught between my teeth. Remember, king cobras are not designed to eat rodents. They're designed to eat other snakes.
Oh, and he's huffing and puffing. He's so upset. Yes, I hear you. Stop laughing at me and do something, you idiot.
Well, yeah, but I've learned that that's...
Oh, I know. It'll just piss him off even more.
That's a way to get him really angry. And I'm not doing that. Yes, I know, but I offered you, but you were saying, oh, it's cold, Dad. We don't eat cold mice. Well, the water cobras do. Those wet tars are really picky because the pit vipers in this room are just, okay, just give me food, hot or cold. No? You don't want that? Oh, we hit it, but he's like, I'm offended because it's cold.
I'll eat it, but I'm not happy about it.
Well, I'm not even sure he'll eat it. There we go. Okay, now he'll eat it. He's offended, but he's
Not bad offended.
He's gonna eat it. Let's see here. You don't care. It's a mouse, huh? Huh? Or do you? There you go. She only gets like hoppers because she's got a big butt, and I'm trying to keep her weight from getting even worse.
Look at his face.
She had one mouse, but not as many as she likes. Well, I see your face. Okay, this will of course be very quick because that's why she's called the Green Rocket.
Come out where we can see you. She's always hiding back there.
Yeah, she's such a beautiful snake and she's always hiding.
It's always fun watering in here because she will quite often make a surprise appearance.